In this presentation, we're going to dive deeper into photosynthesis and learn how the process works. Photosynthesis is crucial for all living organisms. It provides the oxygen we breathe and the sugars heterotrophs consume to survive. Your first keyword is all. Remember from level 3 that a reactant is what goes into a chemical reaction, and it is often on the left side of an arrow. Product are what's produced, and these are found on the right side of an arrow. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight are reactants and are needed to make the products, glucose and oxygen. As we have learned before, the leaves of plants and other green parts are the photosynthetic tools. The leaves have these openings called stomata that allow gases to exchange. This lets in carbon dioxide, and it also lets out oxygen and water vapor. Guard cells control the gas exchange by opening and closing either side of the stomata. Your second keyword is plants. The process of photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplasts. You know a cell has chloroplasts if it is green due to the pigment chlorophyll. The chloroplast is organized in a way that allows optimal glucose production. The thylakoids are the sac-like photosynthetic membranes inside the chloroplast. Granum is the word used to describe an entire stack. The stroma is the gel-filled space inside the chloroplast surrounding the thylakoid sacs. Your third keyword is perform. This diagram shows you that there are two main steps in photosynthesis: the light-dependent reactions and the light-independent reactions. The light reactions occur in the thylakoid, and the light-independent reactions occur in the stroma. This diagram is in your notes and will be useful as a reminder of the individual reactants and products and when they are used in photosynthesis. The first step is the light-dependent reaction. This reaction requires light to break apart water molecules and release oxygen. The molecule or proteins that run this step are a part of the thylakoid membrane. It is made up of electron transport chains that are connected by photosystems and an enzyme called ATP synthase. ATP synthase makes ATP. The light reactions turn ADP to ATP, and they also pass on electrons from the splitting of water to an electron carrier called NADP+, which becomes NADPH. Your fifth keyword is in. This shows you what the thylakoid membrane inside the chloroplast looks like as it is absorbing the photons of solar energy. On the right-hand side is ATP synthase, working to make ATP. The final step of photosynthesis is the light-independent reactions. This step has several names. It is also referred to as the Calvin cycle, named after the scientist who discovered it. And it can also be considered the dark reactions because sunlight is not needed for this step. The dark reactions occur in the stroma of the chloroplast between the thylakoids. Your sixth keyword is the. In this step, NADPH donates hydrogen and electrons. ATP donates energy, and CO2 donates carbon and oxygen to make glucose. Look back in your diagram to see where each of these are coming from. NADPH and ATP both come from the light reactions, and CO2 is taken out of the atmosphere and enters the plants through the stomata. This last diagram is helpful in showing you all the white arrows as the reactants of photosynthesis and all of the blue arrows as the products of photosynthesis. Your seventh keyword is chloroplast. This summarizes our presentation on photosynthesis. These notes are very important. Remember, you do not need to hand them in. Keep them and put them in your binder behind level 10.